Good morning, everyone. I'm Benny Du, and today, the speech that I'm going to tell you is increasing my confidence. Confidence is very important. It is also invisible. We cannot see what it is, but we can feel it. For some people, it is easy for them to feel, but for the others, it is difficult. Before I came to Oakridge, I was someone who was apprehensive. I didn't have much confidence. But since I came to Oakridge, things began to change. My confidence began to increase. Before I came to Oakridge, I was shy, diffident, timid, and cowardly. Every time I talked to people, I was always very nervous. My voice was always shaky. And it was hard for me to look someone in the eye. The worst thing was, every time when I was facing a problem or a setback, I was always very pessimistic. I felt like it was the end of the world. I had this behavior when I was very young. When I was in elementary school, because of my weakness, I was always bullied by the others. Of course, this definitely made my parents feel distress. Also, there were no more bullies in middle school. I was still unconfident. So my parents decided to send me to Oakridge and have a new start in my life. After finishing 8th grade in China, I began to study at Oakridge. Cross country was the sport I have attended most in my high school life. Honestly, I wasn't really a good runner. But for my sport credits, I had to attend. I didn't like sports when I was little. So every time I ran, I would always feel very exhausted and the last one to finish. When I was in elementary school, whenever there was a race in sports lesson, every time I ran, my classmates would always yell some very bad or evil words on me. And that usually made a reason for me to lose. Every time when I lost, they would abuse even more. But when I began running at Oakridge, things began to improve. When I ran cross country, my friends would always cheer me on. They encouraged me and made me feel less exhausted. Also, right now, I'm still not the fastest runner. I gained more confidence and positive energy. That was the first time for me to feel confident. And that was also the beginning of a big change in my attitude. I have studied here for almost 4 years, and I have learned something very important. That is, no matter what, American students will always be very optimistic. That taught me a very important lesson in my life. In the past, I just took the others' words too seriously, and that made me feel pessimistic. If I really want to have an optimistic life, the best thing to do is just to be confident and not care what the others say. Pessimism is a horrible mental disease, but if people really find confidence and begin to increase it, the disease will begin to disappear. We are our biggest enemy, not others. So increasing the confidence is the best way to defeat our demons. Well, at last, I really thank all the teachers and students in Oakridge School, well, of course, including my guardian, Diane. It was them who gave me positive energy and confidence. I really thank them. Thank you.